Hi guys, so today I wanted to do a video about Invisalign. Now this is a massive cost commitment and loads of people have asked me about it in real life, not actually online because I haven't really promoted that I was doing it online. But I just wanted to share my experience and thoughts on it to maybe help you make a decision on whether or not you want to do it. I am using a new camera today, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to figure out how to edit this and how to make it work, and hopefully the quality is good as well. So I do apologise if it looks rubbish. So the first thing I will say is the cost of Invisalign is quite substantive. Now, I paid £3,500 for my Invisalign. I paid a deposit of, I think it was like £500, and the rest was interest-free through just paying direct debit every month. So I'm actually paying the last one next month, so I'm really excited because I get a little bit of extra cash every month now. Now, the reason my ring just broke. Bye. So the reason I decided to go for Invisalign was because I used to wear braces, like proper old school braces, and I had amazing teeth after that, and then I kind of didn't wear my retainer, so obviously that didn't end well. My teeth sort of started moving back to how they used to be. You could tell that they were no longer properly straight, but even though there was the aesthetic aspect, like I had one of my front teeth was going slightly behind the others, so you could sort of tell at certain angles in photos, so there was a little bit of the aesthetic aspect. But actually the biggest thing was before I had the proper braces, I had a retainer that was pushing my teeth outwards because they were sort of crowding in, and this started happening again. They started sort of going back this way, and what that was doing was it was making my teeth crowd in, making me not able to clean between my teeth properly, and just generally because they were moving so much, my gums were bleeding quite a lot. So that was the main reason. I sort of spoke to my dentist and then the orthodontist, and we agreed that actually trying to move them back was the best thing to do. Now, I was originally thinking they couldn't really do this with just Invisalign, but the orthodontist persuaded me that I should. So, you know, I just went for it. I thought it's better than like the normal braces because people wouldn't be able to see it as much. So I gave it a go. Now, I did see a big difference, and I am happy that I did it in a way, but I do kind of regret doing it. I know that's kind of contradicts itself, but what I'm saying is I think if I could go back, I would have just gone for the normal braces, because it was a lot of hassle with the Invisalign and it hasn't made as much of a difference as I wanted it to make, if that makes sense. So even though I can see a difference, I kind of wanted a little bit more. So I think it wasn't even that much more or less. I think the price difference wasn't that much between the two, and I just think I could have achieved a lot more with the normal braces. Now, that may or may not be true, but I just think that there's only so much you can do with the retainers. Now, the other thing as well is you have to take them out when you eat, whereas with the normal braces you don't. So considering I eat a lot, I was constantly having to take them in and out and clean my teeth, and like it was just such a faff. If I was going out to eat with friends, having to go to the toilet, take them out, put them back in after, and it was just like so much hassle. Whereas if you just have normal braces, you don't have to think about it. So that was like really inconvenient. It also hurt so much because every time you put in the new retainer, so you get a tray for every week. This is my last one that they tell you to keep, and you change these every single week. So it really hurts and it's really tight in the first like few days. Then you start getting used to it, and then by the time you get used to it, it's time to change again, and then it hurts again and it's sore, and it was just, yeah, I wasn't personally a fan. And now I've got a wire behind my teeth, which means I can't clean my teeth properly, which means I have to go to the hygienist a lot more often. like literally can't floss, and they told me that I could use those interdental brushes, but they just don't fit. I got like the smallest one and it still doesn't. I think my teeth are just very small and my mouth is very small, and it just doesn't work. So I'm actually having to spend money all the time to go to the hygienist and get them to clean it out properly. Otherwise it does, you do get loads of sort of stuff. The other thing is you do get a sort of night retainer after. It's a bit weird. It's sort of, it goes over your gums, which feels really weird. But the plus side is I can actually use those trays for whitening. So I actually got some trays made before the Invisalign to do professional tooth whitening, and that's quite expensive. That's like 500 quid. And I was like, oh God, I'm gonna have to spend that money again to do the whitening again. But actually I went to see my dentist and she said, like, let me see your trays, let's see if you can use those instead. And thankfully I can, so that worked out really well. But again, you have to wear this retainer at night a few times a week just to make sure that your teeth don't move. Now, I thought the wire would be enough, but apparently it's not. So the wire is just sort of there to help. But if I still have to wear the retainer all the time, I don't really see why the wire is necessary. So I think I'm gonna ask my orthodontist when I go for my next checkup, and that's not till January. I'm gonna ask whether they can just get rid of the wire and whether I can just wear the retainer more often, because the wire is really inconvenient with the not being able to clean my teeth. Overall though, you know, I was very skeptical about the little bit of plastic being able to change my teeth, and it has actually made a difference. I just think that with the price and the inconvenience, I personally just would have gone for the normal braces, having gone back. So that's my 2 cents. I am going to try and find some photos, hopefully. So I hopefully would have inserted photos at some point or now, if I can find sort of before and afters just to compare, so you can have a little bit of an idea. But if you've got any questions about it, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. And I hope this has been helpful. So make sure you hit the thumbs up and you subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.